Thank you all so much for coming on such short notice. As you may have heard, Steve and Megan broke up this past weekend. And it is now that dreaded time where we have to decide who gets to keep us as friends in the breakup. I made a pros and cons list for both Megan and Steve to help us make the right decision here. So let's start first with the pros. And we'll start with Steve here, all right? Number 1. Steve's funny. His impression of Jim Carrey, spot on. Smokin'! What a party trick, what a gas. Number 2. He's a good listener. A few months ago, he really helped me with that thing I was going through with my dad. He was there for me. Next up. He has a pool. And I don't know about you guys, but summer's coming up, and that's a big deal for me. He has hot friends. Samantha, I put that on the list for you. Toby. That's Steve's friend. That's Steve's friend. I just want you to keep that in mind when we're going through this meeting, all right? $ shmoney. When we go out drinking with him, I can count on him for getting at least one round for all of us. I don't know about you, but with this inflation and drinks being $15 and whatnot, I like it. I like it a lot. Investment banking has done him good. Next. I cannot emphasize enough how much of a pool he has. I really want a pool this summer. Pros for Megan. We were friends with her first. And I don't know if that counts so much as a pro, but I just feel like it should be included that we did know her first, technically. Moving on to cons, and we're gonna start with Megan first on this one. Number 1. These Venmo requests. She is always requesting for like the pettiest things. I got a request last month for a bottle of water. 1 bottle of water. And it was Dasani. Listen, I'll pay her and everything, but like it's $1, $1.50 tops. Do you really need to Venmo request me? It's just, I don't know. Her father. Now, is it me? Or whenever she talks about her dad, does she seem almost proud of the fact that he went to prison for tax fraud? There's like a glint in her eye when she talks about it. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining things, but I just wanted to include it in the list. Farts. It's not so much that she farts, because everyone does that, but it's the fact that she announces her farts by saying, "Beyblades, let it rip!" And it's like, it's childish, right? We're in our 30s. That show has been off the air for how long? And I get it, it's having a resurgence. But are we the audience for that? We still don't know where she was on January 6th. And that concerns me, because I've asked her several times, and she just goes, and throws the key away, and it's weird. And I would not put it past her, because as we know, famously, her favorite website is 4chan. And Facebook. She's our only friend that still uses Facebook. And lastly, she did cheat on Steve. She cheated on Steve. All right, cons for Steve. He doesn't like cats. And Carl, I know that's a big one for you, because whenever he comes over, you do have to put Mr. McStuffins in your room for a few hours while we hang out. I get it. Lastly, for Steve, he dated Megan. This concludes my PowerPoint. And we have a tough decision on our hands, but in my mind, it seems pretty cut and dry. So, should we just take a vote now? Everyone in favor of Steve say aye.